What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream here at EpicTube HD. I am Harley. If you guys don't know who I am, I run this channel, and this is our semi-new series, Channel Spotlight. And I hope you guys are doing great tonight. We got a really epic and a very different guest from the normal guest that we might have on here. However, we all share the same thing in common, that is Metazoo. So let's give a big shout out and welcome to Joker's favor. Metazoo is in the house. Wayward Caster, what's going on, my guy? Cardboard and Coffee is in here. If you guys don't know, remember, Cardboard and Coffee used to be Crypto Nation News. So let's not forget that. Pogo Dad, what's going on? Abe Zoo is here as well. I gotta angle this light. It's a little bright on me, and it's messing my stuff up. We got Tormentic Phantasma Official is in the house. What's going on? And of course, there's the Rusty Ranger in the chat. We got, what is that? Kassizgi? I'm terrible with names, everyone, so don't hate on me too bad. And of course, Pocket Squonk Man himself, Wagonson, is up in here. What's going on, Wagonson? Brooklyn is showing out tonight. Let's go. Pee-wees. We got the Canadians in here, eh? Phil's Planet, what is going on? 9 p.m. No wonder I've been missing these. Yeah, we hit Central Time tonight, Chuck. So anyways, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. I tried to make a few little changes to the programming here. I didn't get to finish everything. I was out all day, but I hope you guys are doing great. But before we get to our first guest, again, a lot of people have been asking, who is this Rusty Ranger? And it's this content creator about eight months ago, I think, started just uploading videos. They started with Pokemon, and they started doing Metazoo, and man, they have been going to town. If you've been in anybody's lives, Argos Anonymous, killing it in there. The old LPA streams, now Aoki. You may have seen the Rusty Ranger in there as well. But let's go ahead and give a warm welcome. However, before you actually see the Rusty Ranger, we're going to start off with a little something else first. Let's see, where did I put it at? Oh, I did put it in the other one. Okay, I guess you're going to see her first then. All right, let's give a big welcome to the Rusty Ranger, guys. Here we go. We can get transitions to work. I got to turn those off. They eat up way too much on my streams. There we go. What is going on, Rusty Ranger? How you doing?
Hi.
You got that mic? We got the mic working really today? Is it muted, unmuted?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh, I don't hear you. We had it. We were just talking.
You can't? It was working.
Let's see.
Hold on.
All right, turn it up. We were just talking to each other. What happened?
I know.
See, this is how this is how my stuff works. It's a dumpster fire. And I gotta, let's see, what did I do here? Well, I didn't change that. We're still in the same thing. What if I go to Caster's Mix? Can I hear you now?
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Nope, still nothing.
Hello?
We got no sound. We here, but choppy.
Can you?
Uh-oh. Let's see here. Try pressing the button again. Let's see if that. Otherwise, what we'll do is maybe we'll have you jump back out and jump back in. But before we do that, let me see if I can maybe see what the issue is here. A new recording. Stop that. Let's get that. There you are. We got you. Collab cam. Volume is up. Settings are good. You can hear both of us? Everything looks good.
Chat says they can hear.
They can hear? Yeah, we hear her. Oh, you hear both of us. Okay. Why am I all of a sudden not hearing you? That's so strange. Let me.
Oh, so you can't hear me?
Let me see if I turn up. Go ahead and talk, Claire.
Hello. How's it all going? How's it going? How are you doing? Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear her now. See, this is my fault. Just don't worry. This is me. You guys can hear her, but I can't hear her now. All of a sudden, it went from, we were literally just talking to this. What is going on, man?
Where?
Let me see if I can fix
It's a
it.
mystery. Okay. Good luck.
Can I hear you now?
I feel like the T-Mobile guy. Or you're the T-Mobile guy. Can
Did
you
I
hear me
change
now?
something? What did I do? I'm sure it was me, Claire. I'm sure I did something. It's always me.
I
It
can hear
always
you.
is. Trust me. Um, let's see here. What if I put up my I've been messing with this new source, audio source, and I don't think I should have been doing that. Let's go. What if I go to, let's see. Huh. Interesting.
It's okay. This is how we
Why all of a
learn.
sudden I'm here? Well, they can hear you. I immediately thought of those commercials. Just blame Harley. It is. You just got to blame me. What I might have to do is put my phone on and let me see if I hear you that way. That'll be kind of weird.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
doing it through my phone and then I have my laptop where I'm
If I
watching
can hear you
chat.
through my phone, that might work.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Maybe that's the
So I've
problem.
got you playing back through the phone. I hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is so
It's a little
weird.
weird. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Because
But we
normally
can make it work.
I don't like headphones. I mean, I have Beats, I have all that fun stuff, but I like to be open and it's just like whatever, it works. But anyways,
Yeah.
this is the dumpster fire we call EpicTube HD. So you're a part of it now officially.
Perfect. I mean,
You're
I got
in.
Rusty in my name,
You're
so
in for sure now.
thank you for having
I
me.
know, right? So,
I'm excited.
I was just saying, definitely. See, this is gonna be so weird because I'm hearing a big delay now. Oh my god, this is gonna
Me
drive me
too.
nuts. What the heck happened? So anyways, everyone, if you guys may have heard me call her by her real name, which in your real name is Claire, right?
Yep, I am Claire. Is it delayed for you
Okay,
guys in
so and you
chat
go by the
now?
Rusty Ranger. Like, how'd you get the Rusty Ranger name?
Okay, so the Rusty Ranger name comes from, it was my two dogs. I had a dog named Rusty and I had a dog named Ranger. Um, and so I have paw prints on my arms from them. But when I was just like trying to come up with an Instagram name, I kind of did it to like honor them. They're not here with us anymore, and so I wanted an excuse to still be able to say their names every day. And it just kind of stuck, and that's where that comes from.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
She kind of looks like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things.
I love her.
So,
I shaved my head too back in like 2021, so I definitely looked a lot like her then.
yeah, I mean, personally, I was, like I said, I was, I try to look up the guests that we're going to have on and, get a little bit of information, what's going on and what things you've done and stuff. And I know I was looking at some of your photos. And the first thing that came to my mind was you kind of look like Olivia Wilde in
Yeah,
some of your
thank
photos.
you. Thanks.
That's the first one that came to my mind was, wow, that she looks just like, there's a couple of them I saw that.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been
But let's see here. I want to play a little video for you guys to know. So if you guys don't know, again, what she has done in the past, we're going to have her explain it. But I got a little video for you guys to watch in case you guys don't know. So again, we're going to play this video and you can talk through the video if you want. And you can tell people what's going on. Are you ready? All right, let's play it.
Yes.
There is no audio. I was a little afraid.
Oh my God.
I was a little afraid of the audio. It would be copywritten,
No, that's
so
okay.
there's no audio on there.
Oh no, it's all good. So yeah, like this is kind of my like whole little modeling history. I've been a high fashion runway model since about 2005. I was scouted on the streets in Chicago. One weekend I was down in Chicago, and I have modeled in Turkey, in New York, Miami, Dallas, LA. I like always just wanted to be a high fashion runway model. Like that was like my goal, my dream. And I know, like, Harley,
Nice.
you have experience with the acting industry, you know how that all works. And so I still, as you can see, like, I had, like, really long brown hair. I had to keep my look a specific way. And then when COVID happened, I finally, decided, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna change everything up." And, so that is why I do not look like that anymore. I look like that. Gonna see where it takes us, you know? Like, that's it's just kind of trying to be more true to who I am, just very different than what I was. So, that
Yeah,
is
I mean, yeah,
my
it's,
most recent
that's one of the
work.
things that in this business we go through. We go through different changes. I mean, I've grown from having a huge giant beard, got out, I mean, I think got down about to here at one point. Um, always change yourself. I consider myself a character actor, so I'm always
Yeah.
changing how I look, weight
Mhm.
gains, and getting skin. Well, I wouldn't say quite getting skinny, but definitely the weight gains part.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
a choppy.
you just came through now. My computer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're working now. There you go. You sound clear to me like that.
You do?
Yeah,
Or
so
I
you're good
do?
now. Yeah, I think you're good now.
Is it okay? Please be okay.
Yeah, it must have been maybe the wire or something was loose because now I hear you fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
It might sounds clearer now. Okay, dope.
yeah.
It
You
sounds
sound
good.
much
It
clear.
sounds good.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
I could
yay.
take this
Okay.
out now. See, guys, it
I
always
s-
gets fixed. It just takes some time.
we just, work through the kinks a little
Yeah.
bit.
So like I said, it was earlier this summer, and when I was traveling to go to some of the events and stuff this summer, um, I always check on. I always tell people that I go to the Discords, and I always go to the content creation tabs, and I'm in like 20, 30 Discords, but I
Yeah.
probably
Oh my God.
visit 5 or 6 that I'll go into, and I look at the content creator tabs to see who's making content, to see what it is. And that's when I remember first coming across, I think, one of your videos, if I remember right. It was either there, or it was on. It was either Instagram or Discord, but I just remember watching one of the videos. I was like, okay, another new person into the zoo. We always get really hyped whenever
Yeah.
we get someone new that comes in. But the weird thing is, like I said, is like you just gone full on insane. Like anybody who's seen you in any of Argos's lives, or LPA now, Aoki's lives, like you're not afraid to go after what you want. What, like, how did that happen? Like, how did you just immerse yourself so like much like that?
I have a tendency to do that. Um, so I was a Pokemon card collector back in the day, like OG
Mhm.
Pokemon cards. I still have my whole binder of all my normal stuff. And that was like when we were kids. And then I've always still had an interest in trading cards and everything, but balanced it with my other hobbies. And then in January of last year, I jumped back into Pokemon. And one day I was at Walmart and they had the hangers for Metazoo. And I was like, this looks kind of cool. And I remember, I have to backtrack a little bit. Um, Metazoo, I saw the Kickstarter announcements for it. And like back when all that was happening. And then I just didn't really follow it that much. Kind of forgot about it. And then, like I said, I was in the store one day. I saw the hangers. I was like, this looks dope. I've been crazy about cryptids my entire life. And so I bought like one hanger just to sort of see what it was about. And I opened it and I got the Dragon of Oconto Falls promo was in there, the from the Walmart hanger. And I was like, this is like the coolest thing. It made me feel like so excited again for trading cards. And I just kind of went full in on it. And then what I did though is I ended up spending a lot of money on cards.
Yeah, that happens.
And so I told myself, I was like, I got to the point where I was like, I am not allowing myself to open anything else unless I do it on camera. And so that's kind of what started it all. And then in one of the other mystery box hangers, I got a box topper, and that was pretty much it for me. I was like, this is the coolest thing. It makes me feel so excited. And once I started making the videos and like learning more about the community, like everyone was just so cool. It just like, I was like, this is fun. This makes me happy. And I'm gonna just keep making this stuff. And yeah, that's kind of what that's just why I've been doing it. I'm like, I just really love it. And yeah.
Pack Addicts Anonymous, says Pogo Dad. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. I have like so much product I still need to rip, and I justify it by saying, well, I make videos about it on YouTube. So
Yeah. And that's how it, that's how I think everybody gets into it.
I'm just a big hairy American winning machine.
Argos
Ew.
Anonymous.
thank you, Argos.
Oh, the 999 super chat. Argos, thank you so much, my guy. Thank you very
Appreciate
much, man.
that.
Appreciate the super chat as always. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, that's how it definitely, I think, grabs everybody. Like I've told the story a million times already in my live streams. And the way I got involved was through an old podcast I was on. We reached out, talked to Mike, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to basically this 2022, and I was taking a break from YouTube and Pokemon for a bit. And again, I got some wilderness, and next thing you know, I'm just opening box after box after box. And then, it's just gone straight up crazy since then. And yeah, it's very addictive. And I think that's why they come out with different products, because once they get you in the cards and they go, well, you know what? Let's make the plushies. Well, you know what? Let's make a snowboard. You know what? Let's make a surfboard. Let's sell Claire in Wisconsin a surfboard that she doesn't really need.
I do
but
not
if she
know how to
wants,
surf, but I will get a surfboard.
but yeah, so it's like they know how to get you when you're addicted to stuff. What was okay, so we know that the Walmart hanger, which I'm sure Mike and Andy and the whole crew at Metazoo are happy to hear that the Walmart partnership is paying off.
Yeah.
And you said the Dragon of Macanto Falls was my favorite card out of Wilderness. Absolutely
That's
love
such
that
a
card.
beautiful card. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's up in,
love that card.
I believe that's up in your neck of the woods somewhere. I believe Dragon of Canto Falls is from that area. If I might be mistaken on that, but I know it's up there somewhere.
Somewhere around it. Do I have it sitting here?
Yeah.
No,
If you ever get a chance, definitely check on and see where maybe you're not too far. Because I know where you're based at. I'm not gonna say it out loud in case people, it's up to you. But
it's okay. No, I don't actually mind. I think a lot of people already sort of know. I'm in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Cheesehead.
So I know I really want to go hunting. This is it's not nerdy. You guys are all the same. We're all the same here. I really want to go hunting for the Beast of Bray Road, because that's pretty close to where I live too.
You have some of the coolest cryptids around, really. Wisconsin has some of the best ones. I mean, Hodag is up in the north. I think there's about 3 known cryptids right now in Metazoo, maybe 4, that are in the Wisconsin area. Yeah. Pogodad has Oconto Falls, which obviously Dragon of Oconto Falls, but Oconto Falls is in Wisconsin. I thought it was in Wisconsin. I just couldn't remember. But yeah, that'd be a cool little trip. Find out like what's the history and story. But you can make a video. There you go.
That's a good idea. Do a little day trip. Take everybody on a little tour. Yeah, that's a good idea. No, I know there's so many cool like that's what I love about okay, I'm not even kidding you. When I was I tried to look into getting a degree in cryptozoology. That's how much I loved it. And when I was younger, I was like, this is the coolest thing. So yeah, I'm so into all that stuff. It's I'm gonna try to go to Ohio. I really want to go to Ohio and listen to Dee talk about a bunch of those different stuff. And I don't know, I'm just excited. I get excited.
Are you going to Ohio?
I think so. I think I'm going to try to make a last minute, we'll do a 6-hour trek. one way, it'll be worth it. It's gonna be amazing.
It will. It will. I'm going as of right now. I am still going. But I
Yeah.
have some things that might be popping up. It's kind of like I don't know yet. But as far as I know, I am going.
Yeah.
So I should be there. I think there's a little crew of us that are going to be going up there. But
That'll be fun.
so outside of opening the hanger boxes, right?
Yep.
What was your next step that you took in your collecting of Metazoo?
I like dove in head first like crazy and ordered a bajillion dollars worth of stuff from Argos and like every other partner I could find, like
Yeah.
Immortal Workshop, like everybody. I was just like, hey, like, and I was hitting up even like the Facebook groups to get like that was when the Nightfall binder was going for like $200. I was like, give me, I like just went like way
Oh,
overboard with
yeah.
everything. But that was right around the time I got really serious into it, right when like UFO was about to come out. And so that was when
Yeah,
I really, yeah.
it's the
And
time you came the time you came in is like relative like how the housing market works. You either got to get in at the right moment so you get it at a cheap price if you're
mhm.
buying, or if you're selling, you want it at the right moment. And when you came in, I would say you were probably you were on the downside of prices, but they were still high. So like you
Yeah.
said, Nightfall was still hitting like 400 for a booster box, I think at the time, or something like around three to 400. And then again, the binders were hitting, like I said, about $200 at the time. So
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes it all depends on like just when you get into something. Are you in at the high or are you in at the low? So
Yeah.
I can feel you on there for sure, because I made some deals for some Nightfall, and I was like, oh, this is just crazy. And then look, now they're like $100 to $120 for a booster box.
I know. It's so wild, like, keeping track of it. And so I'm looking at this coming as like a collector and just like I like to try to collect master sets of everything
Yep.
as much as I can. And with having grown up with the whole like Pokemon thing and seeing like how much people love the original stuff. I've never kept a sealed collection before, but I've wanted to keep a sealed collection of like at least one booster box of everything. And I want to have it so like 30 years down the line, I can be like, look at how cool this is.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
like, so that's also part of my collecting end of it as well. So I'm kind of like all over the place, but that's, it's just more of I love to talk about the products. I love to try to share them with other people. Um, some people have been like, you should stream on Whatnot, but I don't know if I want to. But yeah, like that's sort of like the direction that I've just been going. I've just been playing around with different things too, like in terms of the videos that I make. I try to see what people like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, it depends what do you really want to do. If you want to be a seller, then you go to Whatnot, because that's pretty much
mhm,
what that platform really is for,
yeah.
is for selling. And then of course, you have the other platforms, Twitch and YouTube. I mean, YouTube's the easiest thing, and especially, if you want to like really make it anywhere, I think YouTube is still, I mean, YouTube's got hundreds of millions of people on it.
Yeah.
Um Twitch is a younger crowd, and that's cool and all, but they're not as much, it seems like, into cards. It's more just about video games. I mean, that's just
Hmm.
seems the feeling that I get.
Yeah.
um but at the same time, you said you're dropping all these dimes, and it's like you kind of want to make sure that you're just not throwing your money away. While you're happy spending it, you want to know, like, hey man, is this recoupable? Not everything's always
Yeah.
recoupable, obviously, in life when you buy something.
Hmm.
But with cards, at least it's kind of it's a collectible. They go up in value, they can go down in value. If you ever like really needed to offload your set, to do something, maybe something else, maybe you wanted to move on, at least that you have some value, and you can get rid of if you need to. I always
Exactly.
take all those things into account, when I'm thinking about like the cards, and do you pick something up, a slab, those type of things. So um but
Same.
I think, like I said, as much as I've seen you do, with your videos. I've watched tons of your videos, and you're
Thank
definitely learning along the way. And that, you know what? That's
Yes.
it's a great way to learn. We've all made mistakes. I put a short out 2 months ago, and I was getting hammered in the short because this was when like nobody knew about Metazoo yet. Okay, only the
Right.
Kickstarter people, the initial 2021 Kickstarter people knew Metazoo, right? And so when I first got the cards and I opened them, one of the packs, I read it as Sam's nth device. It didn't occur to me that it was an EMP.
It's all good. That's okay.
Yeah.
You said it.
And I got hammered on that, like literally. And I was like, hey man, that was filmed like a year and a half ago. I'm just trying to put out some content. Maybe I should have rethought that, but it never really hit me. And I was looking at the art at the time too, and it just didn't occur to me. That's an EMP device, right? I was like, Sam's nth device. And I was so hammered on that, and it was embarrassing. And it's like, you're learning as you go. I remember Joker's Favor was one of the earliest people that showed up on our podcast when we got Metazoo in. And, I was like, man, I don't want to embarrass myself. So I tried to do as much research as I could on Metazoo, trying to understand the cards and stuff. I already knew cryptids.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the types of beasties they were using, the game itself. So I tried to educate myself a little bit. And I think Joker said I did okay, right, Joker? I don't think I was perfect, but I did okay. So yeah, to get to the point though, I've noticed that you definitely get sometimes a little caught up with what the cards are and stuff, because you are using it as a learning process, and there's nothing wrong with that at all, because you're still making content. You're getting other people who feel like you, that are maybe not, they don't have to go out and put themselves out there the way you've been doing it. And that's a great thing. And you should definitely be like super proud that you've taken that route and you've taken that on yourself to do that. Because it's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
I've kind of like, I am fine with making a fool of myself. So it works out pretty good. Actually, I was laughing about your little fiasco, because it's on my Instagram. I'm keeping it up in all of its glory. I have a reel, and I'm opening a wilderness pack, and I'm opening it so people can see my face. Because at first I was like, I'm gonna, do the girl thing and make sure everybody sees my face and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I did like a quick pack opening like that, and the packs are all facing this way. And I did the card trick wrong. The first card I pull is a full hollow awful. I don't even realize it. I just drop it onto the ground, and like people in the comments were like, that was an awful, like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't even know. I was like, my bad. So I feel like everybody has those moments when they're learning.
Yeah, you definitely do. I mean, it happens. It's just part of, like I said, the learning process. And no one should ever be scared to feel like, just because I don't know something fully, you're new into something, go ahead and enjoy it. You're not everybody. I personally don't like the tag influencer, because I don't want to feel like I'm influencing anybody.
Right. Yeah.
I know making my content, people who watch, they will say things, that's one of the things I've always been very careful about, is wanting to come out and say things that I might not know enough about. I'll let Argos I've talked about this many times. Argos, because he's a partner, he gets a lot of information. He can make those videos. I don't feel comfortable making a lot of the videos, because honestly, I'm not aware of a lot of that information, and I don't want to give people the wrong information. So in that respect, I'm aware of what we do as content creators, right? We're putting our stuff out there. But at the same time, like I said, you can't be afraid to do it, and maybe motivate other people that feel like you did or you do, when you're doing that stuff. Because I did watch your very first video, or your second video, and
oh my god,
you were you could tell. I could obviously tell you're nervous, and you was like you were just going on about all your stuff, but you overcame you overcame that and you posted that, you know?
Yeah.
And that, again, that takes a lot for people to do. I know a lot of people always say, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a content creator. Give me a medal, you know, whatever the case may be, right? But when it comes down to doing the work, it's not that easy. And that's something I think, you know, you've been really dealing with a lot. How do you feel about like all this editing work that you've been doing over the past like 6 months now?
I actually really love it. Which it's fun to me to put together the videos and stuff. I get a little mad at my editing software because I'm too stubborn to like do anything on my computer. I do it all on my phone. And so sometimes if my videos are too long, it doesn't want to save and I get mad. But the editing part of it and just like making little videos and everything else is all part of the process that I actually really love. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. I also do not have kids or a spouse like the rest of you guys do from the stream that we had the other day where you guys were like, oh my God, she's pumping out so much content. And I'm like, well, you know, I kind of have a little bit of time on my hands. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, more power to you, you know?
hey, thanks. Oh man. But yeah, so that's just kind of the way that I go about it. But I'm just enjoying all those little parts of it a lot. So
Well, that's good. Hey, welcome,
yeah.
Brandon Pelletier coming in late. Good to see you
What
streaming.
up, Brandon?
Pogo Dad with that phone editing is fun.
Yes.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who do phone editing and they do killer jobs on it. I can't do it. One, I have really, really big hands. Like I'm only 5'10", so I'm not tall, but I have way oversized 5'10" hands. So like dealing with a phone for me is just, it's not easy. So I can't do all that stuff that a lot of people do with their phone. So I gotta have a computer.
I've been editing stuff for like modeling for so long. I just sort of learned through the one software and then I was like, I don't want to change. So I've just been doing it like that for now. And
Yeah,
I just love
definitely.
it. So I just have fun with it. And it's just, that's how I like to live my life. Just do what I love. Make the content you enjoy, like Tormentic just said. Yes.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, Tormentic is another phone user. Raves about using the phone.
Right?
Crazy.
Phone club.
Yeah. Brandon says, tell me one thing. Rusty, how do you win so many giveaways on Whatnot?
I don't know. But I have won a lot of stuff on there.
You won some
dude.
big ones. You have.
Yeah.
You have definitely won some big giveaways.
I won like 6 booster boxes, I think, from LPA. I don't even know. I've been incredibly lucky. I'm really grateful for it though. Like, yeah.
And you're like in the chats, like, because I've seen you. We've all seen you. Like, you're in the chats like the whole time.
Yeah,
so,
I hang out.
Yeah. I always tell people I wonder if the Whatnot algorithm picks that up. If people are being active in the chat and if it knows that you're there, if it can tell if you're active or not. I always wonder that. Because I've noticed that on their giveaway system that people who tend to be very active tend to win more than people who are not active. I mean, you see people who are not active win too.
Yeah. No, I've noticed a pattern to it as well because there's sort of like the same groups of people who are like regulars. And I would say like you tend to see a pattern in like, and usually if you win one time, it's more likely you're going to win another time in that stream. That's usually how it seems to go. But usually I'm there like right before it starts or right when it starts. And like if I can make a live stream, I'm like there. So that's part of it, I think, as well. And I comment because I like it.
Again, yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in a stream, I mean, it helps a lot to make comments and get the interactions going. Like tonight, I actually uploaded a chat box in a chat highlight, and this is what I've been sitting here doing this whole time we're talking. I'm trying to get it to work, and it does not want to work. I don't
keep
know
seeing
why.
it popping up.
Yeah, the chat box is working intermittently, but I'm trying to highlight comments like Brandon's, and I'm doing what it told me to do. It's just not working. But
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
and
would
that,
not have any idea how to do anything that you're doing right now. So
it takes time. It's taken me like 3 years to get this far, and I'm still a dumpster fire. So there's some people who
we're-
get it like right away, and there's people like me who will never get it. So
that's okay. I think we're all part of the same family here. So
yeah,
it's all good.
it's definitely crazy. That sounds exactly like someone that sounds exactly like what someone does know what to say. Oh, Pee-wee's always our fellow Canadian trying to
You know,
come
I
in.
might know. I might know
being
a
a
thing or
smartass.
two, Pee Wee. You never know. You never
Yeah.
know. No, I'm just kidding.
So
No, but then go ahead.
yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, there is something. I don't know. I don't know what Metazoo gods have in mind. Because like I did win, this is like I show this off. I did win
Yeah, I
the
saw that.
Kickstarter.
I saw that.
And Squanch's like, I mean, like, so there are other places I've won stuff and I've been like, ooh, thank you. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Did you guys talk about the streamer kits or convention blind boxes? No, Brandon, we've
Nope.
not gotten to that yet. We're just right now we're just still getting to know Claire. We're kind of getting into her. How did she get into Metazoo, collecting and all that fun stuff? So again, if you're just catching up, everybody, we're here with the Rusty Ranger. Her real name is Claire, and she's an OG Pokemon collector who, like most of us, stepped away, did life, and came back with doing Pokemon content, and then delve right into the Metazoo content. It's pretty much, for the most part, almost all Metazoo, I think, right? For the at least several months now.
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
think
seen
there's
you,
a lot of us.
yeah, I haven't seen you tap into Pokemon in a minute, I think.
No, I mean, I have a bunch of Pokemon product to open too, but I just like
Yeah,
Metazoo just kind of does it for me more right now. So,
I'm the same way. I'm the
yeah.
exact same way. So it's
Yeah.
I got some boxes over here that I was meaning to open. I keep saying I'm gonna go live. I keep telling all the Pokemon, because the majority of my subscriber base is Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, like 3/4 of my subs are really from Pokemon. So I keep telling them I'm gonna go live and do a Pokemon stream, and I just haven't been able to get it done yet because it's always something with Metazoo going on.
Same.
But
I'm like, yeah, I mean, and I still love Pokemon, but there's part of me, I think it's the OG in me where I'm like, I like older Pokemon better than newer Pokemon. But like,
oh
I mean, I
yeah,
have like, I have so much stuff that I need to open. I really like V-Star Universe. I really want to get like some of those cards, but I'm like, if I'm gonna pick between one or the other, it's gonna be Metazoo. Honestly, it's just way more fun for me.
yo, what's going on, Jeremy? Jeremy Edmondson is in house. He's gonna be in Ohio as well. Jeremy,
Heyo.
he'll be a player. So let's go ahead and get on that topic then real quick, since that's kind of the big news of the past couple days.
Yeah.
The streamer kits and the okay, so streamer kits, and then of course there's the content creator kit. So 2 different kits. One is tomorrow, 12 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time, so it'll be 11 your time, Claire.
Yep.
And that's going to have the content creator kits. They're going to be live for sale on the marketplace. I've seen, again, I'm in a bunch of different Discords, and I've seen different reaction to the content creator kit. You know, I know Metazoo said in the Metazoo Hour yesterday that they really want to start pushing more people to make content. I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's a great thing, right?
Same. Yeah.
They already have product. They made 5 sets and tons of mini sets and all this other stuff. It's like, why aren't you making content already? There's plenty of content for you to get. You know, I don't know, maybe this is just a push they're trying to get into, maybe entice more people. I mean, what do you think about the content creator kit? That's the one going tomorrow for sale.
So yeah, the content creator kit, I feel like it's more too for streamers. Like they're wanting it to be, I'm not sure if I'm going to pick one up or not. It's really going to depend on the price, just because right now I've really gone over budget just with everything.
I'm sure.
And so that's why I was like I have the content to make videos and like the extra cards, and
Yeah.
so that's why, yeah. But as far as the kids goes, I mean, I love what it looks like there's going to be in there. It looks like it's going to be fun. But I think the determining factor for me at this point is going to be the price. Just because I already really have invested a lot of time and energy and my own money into something that I love, I'm fine with that. But, I'm like, oh, I can't I can't really drop that much more, especially with the way the economy is. And then as far as I'm
Hmm.
offering it to like other people, I think it's cool. I mean, I'm like, if you want to try to encourage more people to be streaming and getting the word out there, like go for it. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, I think the more that we can grow the community, the better. But hold on, what is chat saying about some of this stuff? Yeah, I just really want the stickers and the streamer kit.
It's amazing what
um,
stickers do for people. Like, seriously.
I know. I know. And I'm curious, I think I am curious as to how many people are going to be buying the streamer kits just to try to resell them. And that's going to kind of annoy me. Like if they try to turn a profit on it because they want it to be for streamers. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I
See,
go back and forth on
this
that
is
stuff.
where I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go that route.
Yeah.
I really do it. I think it's gonna suck, but see, I think Metazoo kind of likes that as well because, you know, for them, for us, we're kind of like, solo visioned on certain things, right? For
Hmm.
them, they're looking at the whole board, man. They're looking at everything. So we may see it that way, but they might be like, no, but we want to see more sales of our cards on other, platforms like Whatnot and Drip and eBay, things like that. This
Hmm.
could be really marketed for that. I don't know. It will definitely. That's the one thing I've seen most people say. It'll
Yeah.
definitely kind of suck if it goes that route.
Yeah.
But Wayward Caster was saying, think of all the new YouTube openings that will flood YouTube. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
it is. It
Between
will.
between the
Well, we
streamer
hope it will.
kits
We hope it will.
and like the applications that people could do for the content creation uh that went out today, I think that we're going to start seeing a lot more product. Wait, why
Yeah.
can't I hear your oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Oh
thought I
yeah. Now
lost you.
I'm just. I'm trying to work this pin the comment thing again. It does not want to work, man. It sucks. I'll figure it out. I think it takes me a couple streams before I get things right.
Hey, that's
Um,
okay.
Jeremy says, I think streaming, in quote, streaming is going to take off when the TCG client takes off. There will be
Yes.
something to stream. Yeah, 100%. I think you're going to see a huge bump in Metazoo's going to see a huge bump once people can play more online. I think that's definitely going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
The
It's
content
going to
crea-
make a difference for me too. Like that's going to make it so much more accessible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Brandon says, I do resell quite a bit. It doesn't seem like there will be any super resale value in the streamer kit unless they are very cheap. It seems like they will be for openings. See, you're going to get 10 packs, and those particular cards, everything goes by numbers. I don't know how much you keep up with that stuff, Clara, but everybody really like nails down to the T of how much there is of a specific card in these mini sets.
Yeah.
And so they'll be like, okay, so there's 10 packs. They sold, this many. There's like 10,000 of this card. That means that there's only going to be this much value in it. And, they really break it down to that level. So
Mhm.
I think it just depends on what people might think, there's amount of it out there. Either way, I still feel like it's gonna really get bought up by a lot of resale people. I think they're the ones
Yeah.
who are gonna kind of go after it.
I think
But
too sometimes when they announce there's going to be anything exclusive to the thing, I feel like is going to make people want to buy it for the potential to resell, like the
yeah.
box toppers they've mentioned that are going to be in there. Or like I'm curious like about the little puzzle piece they mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, is it going to be a way to bring more of the streaming community together and creators together? But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see.
I'm thinking it
I'll
might
be
be
there
like
tomorrow
UFO.
watching.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, well, I think it's gonna be like UFO. Like they added the little puzzle pieces in the UFO boxes. The Pin Club.
Yeah, the
It was
first
the
time I opened that, I was opening that, I thought that I, like, got the most secret pin club box out of everybody else. I got so excited. I was like, "What are these?" Like, I'm like Nicolas Cage's National Treasure, just, like, trying to figure out what it is,
See,
and then I
I was
realized, I'm
like,
like, "Oh."
I thought I got trash in it. I just thought I was like, what is this stuff? Because mine were all like just the white pieces at first. So
Yeah.
there was no like black lettering, so
Right.
you couldn't associate to anything. It was just like a white. I'm like, man, they putting like cut up cardboard pieces in here. What happened? Like what's going on here? So
You know?
it could be something like that, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, man.
but see, the thing is, where they're gonna get people, where they're gonna get the resellers are gonna come into play is they're gonna seed these kits with I think a couple things in them that you have a chance at getting, and that could, again, that can maybe like motivate someone to want to go in there and buy a bunch of them up. It'll be interesting to see either way. I'm waiting to see how much they're gonna cost first. I might just pick one kit up depending on cost. I mean, I'm thinking they're gonna be $50 for a kit. That's what I'm thinking, based on you're gonna get a play mat, which everyone seems to love already. The play mat's pretty cool. You're gonna get 10 packs. Now, if you think about eBay boxes were $50, right? And I think you got 10 packs in those. So you're gonna get 10 creator packs,
Yeah.
a play mat, the puzzle, the stickers, and then I think a chance of getting a higher end promo card or something.
Mhm.
So $50 might actually be even undervaluing what they're giving based on like what they did with eBay. So
I know. I'm not sure. Like, see, Wagonson said, I think 100. See, I'm just not
yeah,
sure what to expect for the price of it. Um,
yeah, it's gonna be, I think, more than I think maybe. But you know what? We all say this, but it'll have one of those like sellouts in 5 minutes
Listen,
deal.
I was not going to get a Bear Walker board, and I got a Bear Walker board. So I'm pretty
Oh, you
positive I'll be
did?
picking up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm pretty
Awesome.
positive I'll be picking up one tomorrow. I'll be like, no, I shouldn't, and then I'll be like, I need it. So
Now we
you
know why the
know,
budget went over.
exactly.
But the Bear Walker boards are sick though. That's gonna be sweet to have. It really is.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see like what one I end up getting. But
I think
did you order one?
they're all good. I personally like all the arts that they've shown.
Yeah, they're so cool. Like, I don't think there's a single one that I do not like out of everything I've seen. I'm like, those are so cool. So
Yeah, they're
I'm
definitely. And then they still have UFO and seance boards to drop, which they were
excited.
supposed to drop last month, and they didn't
Yeah.
make it. So you got that to look forward to as well.
That's going to be coming up. I have a schedule right here, like on my bulletin board of like, you know what they posted at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
So I was just
yeah.
looking at it. I'm
The
like,
roadmap,
yeah, I was
yeah.
supposed to- yeah,
So it'll be interesting because with the the first tower event going on, the native set's about to drop. I mean, there's definitely a lot going on there. Let's see here. Let's keep going. And then there's going to be the influencer kit. Did you fill your application out for that?
Yes, I did.
You should. Everybody should.
Yeah, I did. I was like, let's go. So I sent that in before the stream today. So fingers crossed.
Again, from our perspective, my viewpoints are different than what Metazoo's are. I can see what they're doing. My viewpoints are, I hope you're somebody who literally is doing things to like make content, whether you're doing it on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Snapchat, or whatever the case may be, OnlyFans. I don't care, as long as you're making content and you're doing it consistently, then heck yeah, put in for this stuff. It's something that you should be doing. It's a credit to what you do. It's a thank you by Metazoo, basically saying, hey, we thank you for helping us grow. So you should definitely be putting in that stuff.
Yeah.
But of course you're gonna have people who don't make any content, or they post like a photo every two years and like, I want it, which is, again, that's fine, and Metazoo might want that. That's it is what it is. But I really hope the people who get it are people who are really working their butts off, like I said, like you, making as many videos as you do, as you have been now for the past couple months. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Abe too. Hey, I can show you. I got 3 photos, some OF photos there.
You know, I have one. If you want to go see, I posted a link to the stream on here today.
Oh, did you?
But I have it's more safe for work, you know. But yeah, that was something I started. We can get a collab going, man. Abe Zoo. Let me talk to the CEO. I literally am not kidding.
They do sell the Metazoo the bikini, but I think it's sold out now.
Oh yeah, see, you got to get me one of those, and then I can really get it going.
Hey, I told Mike back in the summer, I was like, hey, if you ship me one, I'll wear it on stream, and then we can give it away. But he didn't ship me one.
Maybe it'll work for me. Maybe
you have to try it.
Yeah.
Mine were just my photos were just they're like a troll. So I did this indie film. Yeah, so I did this.
What film?
What was it called? It's called Back to the Basics.
Okay.
And
I like to watch really obscure, weird movies. So.
Yeah, this is really obscure. So I mean, it's on. It might be in YouTube. I don't know where it's at. It's been so long. But one of the scenes we shot like these scenes where one of them was like I'm holding up like these elves underwear, but they're string in the back, and then the front it's like this little V with like an elf's hat.
Yeah.
And I'm just going like, because like in the scene, like we're supposed to be spicing things up because our marriage is dying. And so I'm like, I don't know, man. So I made a OnlyFans photo thing out of that. It's not really on OnlyFans. It's just like a troll thing I did. And
you
then,
should make an OnlyFans though.
And then I hopped now with this fat body. And then I hopped in the bathtub, put a whole bunch of bubbles in it, got the jets going, made it all up, and I took a bunch of product in with me and sat in there. So I did one with Pokemon, and then I did one with Metazoo. I have that. It's on my Instagram somewhere. I posted my Instagram. And then I did a third one again from that movie. You see me on the bed, and my make-believe wife has me tied up, and I have my fingers crossed. Originally, I used that photo for a thumbnail for Champion's Path, Pokemon Champion's Path. So I had put all these boxes of Champion's Path around me, and then I think I reused it as an OnlyFans thing with, I think, Pokemon stuff. I don't know. Again, somewhere on my Instagram, but
I'll go check it out later. I'm totally gonna look for it too.
I'm one of those people that obviously I don't mind making fun of myself and having fun. I can get out there. It's something you have to get used to doing, especially if you're like in the acting world and stuff. You can't be. So I always tell people 90% of what comes out of my mouth is a joke. Like very rarely am I really ever like serious with stuff. But it doesn't come over in word, like on the computer. It doesn't always
on text.
Yeah, it doesn't quite come over as well sometimes. But the photos I thought came over pretty well though. So
that's awesome.
Those are fun.
I like it. I need to take some inspiration from these ideas you have.
Yeah, you got to take them and run with it. You got to take them and run with it for sure.
Oh God, that's funny.
So out of all the sets that have dropped so far, right?
Yeah.
You've been in Wilderness now. You did UFO.
Yep.
And now Seance. What's your favorite out of those 3 so far?
Ooh, out of those 3, see, okay, I made a disaster video last night. If you saw my Instagram, I killed my actual mic.
No mic.
And yeah, the no mic. I literally, you guys, I went to record a video. It was going to be a quick card opening video. It ended up being an hour. Like 2 minutes into the video, I bumped my mic. Did not realize that the mic was not recording any audio. So I just talked to myself for a whole hour opening all these cards. So, but I was literally saying in that video that it is hard for me to pick what is my favorite set. I usually say UFO because that's like the first one I got to dive into. And I was like really into the whole, like, I was like, oh, they sent this holofoil to space. And I really wanted a pin that made it to space. And then I feel like each set though has something really unique to it that makes me love that as well. Like Seance is just so dope to me. I'm into like tarot cards and all that type
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, those are
So
cool.
like for me, I was like, oh, this is so sick. Wilderness, I just love because it's just that was what I started opening at first when I got the first packs. Um, and yeah, like I have a booster box of Cryptid Nation I still have to rip, and I love that one just because it's like the original. But like I don't know, I really it's hard for me to pick a favorite. But I think UFO is always going to be have a little like spot because that was the one that I was like ready for. And that
Okay.
one I was so excited about the holofoil. I was like shocked when I saw how cool it was. So
Oh yeah, no, UFO is definitely fire. But I want to go back real quick because I missed Captain Asia's comment. I'm sorry,
oh yeah.
Captain Asia. Um, he did mention, I did forget about that. Regarding the kits, and that is they might be they might be print. Wait, that way, will they sell out in 5 minutes, or will they be left for an X amount of time and print to amount sold? That way, everyone has a chance to get the streamer kit, like Mike said. So I did forget Mike mentioned something about that. I think in the chat. I forgot about that. Plus, there's going to be a box topper involved.
Mhm.
If it's super limited, that would be against what Mike wants for the drop. Yeah, I completely forgot that Mike did say that. Yeah, my mistake, guys. I forgot Mike did mention that. So you can try to get everybody involved on that. You can wear that on your next Christmas stream. Pokemon says, agreed. I think Metazoo will provide as many streamer kits as possible. The more product guaranteed to be a video, they get more videos out there. Yeah, again, I completely forgot that Mike did mention that. So,
Yeah,
should
that's
anyone who
true.
wants to get it should be able to probably grab one. Completely forgot about that. Let's see. It would be better, maybe don't have it up indefinitely, but maybe a day or two and then drop it again the next set or something. Well, they'll probably keep it open for an hour, I'm thinking. And if, once they see sales slow down, they might cut it off. But
I,
I completely forgot.
I also think too, a lot of the people who know about the streamer kits are people who are currently more active in the community and maybe have been waiting for an opportunity like this.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like if they're ready to go and we'll just like, grab it when it drops, hit that F5, I mean, it should be, I think overall it's a really good thing, honestly, but
Yeah,
we'll
for
just
sure.
see what ends up happening as always
Yeah.
when every drop happens.
Like I said, if they're going to keep it open like that, that might definitely help against the resale value stuff, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because like I said, resellers don't want to get stuff that's going to take forever, or it's going to be made a lot of, because then it doesn't really benefit them too much. So that is, I guess
No.
that's a good way to possibly combat them doing that.
Yeah.
But just be ready for 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
Refresh. I do believe I'm gonna go live for it, so probably around 11:30 I'll log in. I'm not sure if you know, but all last year I went live for almost every drop. I think I only missed one drop last year.
Wow.
So we just do like fan reactions where we're hanging out in Discord and we're just hanging out, talking and getting hyped up, and everyone ready to go for it is all. So probably will be live. I have to see, because I know we have again a lot of things going on, so probably will though. But other than that,
That's gonna be cool.
what would you say so far is your favorite set total out of all of them? So that includes Cryptid Nation and Nightfall.
Shoot, you said Nightfall. I like Nightfall. I really like the creepiness factor to Nightfall and everything about it. It's Nightfall. Nightfall is my favorite. Uh
I mean, like, it's got some great cards in it.
It does.
I love Hell's Gate, and Wendigo's my favorite, Righteous Reckoning.
Yes.
But what is your favorite one out there that you think so far?
My favorite one out of it so far. I actually really like the Wendigo card. That's probably one of my top favorites in that set. And I also just like some of the more like really, really nasty looking ones, like the why can't I think is it Bloody Bones right now? I can't think of the right one. Like just the ones that look like usually the really messed up like poncho ones. I'm like, oh, I love that.
Oh,
Um But yeah, Wendigo art is probably one of my favorites in Nightfall.
Flood the Earth.
Hell's Gate. Yeah, Flood the Earth. I even like Pyre. I like everything. I like it. Just like that it's dark and spooky, and I just really enjoy it. And I like the box, like the actual booster box, I think is dope. Like I really love that. I don't know. Just
Well, it's the
yeah.
it's the only I want to say it's the only hollow one, I think, that has the like a hollow pattern where when the light hits it, it actually like sparkles and stuff. I think that's the only one that's done it, because the other ones, they went in a different route. Wilderness has got it. I think it has it too a little bit.
Wilderness is sparkly too, but I like
Wilderness
that
has
Nightfall glows in the dark. So.
And then of course there's gonna say that's the glow in the dark aspect is like what really sets it apart from everything. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, glow in the dark. It's
See, everybody's all about the glow in the dark. So we're all just kids at heart. That's what I love. Like.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite card out of Cryptid Nation then? It can be first or second edition, doesn't make a difference, But Cryptid Nation, what's your favorite?
I'm staring at my Chaos Crystal card. I if you follow me and stuff, you know that I love anything that's like rainbow, sparkly. Like I love all of that. If I had to pick a beastie one though, it's Bigfoot, because it's Bigfoot. So
No, it's not. I mean, that's probably the most
Oh, you want me to
famous,
say Squonk? Will that make you guys happy? I could just pretend. Yeah, okay. No, we'll say Squonk. Actually, that was the other thing. In my video yesterday, I pulled my first Squonk ever. I was so excited. And now it's just lost forever.
That's funny.
Thanks to the microphone.
Yeah, I mean, Bigfoot. In the beginning, I remember a lot of people's favorite was Bigfoot. But as more people have become, come to know different cryptids, you're starting to see more answers to like different ones that maybe they weren't aware of before. I think a lot of people that are into Metazoo have never really heard of the majority of cryptids that are out there and are now huge fans. Big shout out to Pocket Squonk, part of the Pocket Squonk crew. Wagonson is like the most nuts dude ever. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but okay, so Wagonson has a
he's amazing.
Shaves his head. I think he shaves his head. We're gonna say you shave your head, bro. I'm not gonna say it's you're losing hair. We're gonna call it shaving your head, just to be safe. So he has Mike at all the events sign his head.
Oh my god, you do? I didn't even know that about him.
Yeah. And so what he does is
dope.
I was going to tell him when we were in New York City for Comic-Con, I was going to tell him he should have gotten all the artists to sign it, and we could have videoed that. But I did video him getting his head signed, and I never got it to those videos to make yet. I still have so much stuff that has to be edited.
Yeah,
but
you have to.
But
no, Wagonson's amazing. He sent me like this really dope like care package more in the beginning. And like hooked me up with some really sick cards and stuff. I was like, yo, actually, like, yeah, he gave me where is that? I thought it was organized. Yeah, he like just sent me like this booster pack that's signed by Mike. I was like,
oh, that's so crazy.
I was like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Like, yeah.
He's like he's such an epic guy, man. For sure. He is.
Yeah. I did not know about the head shaving signature situation though. That's epic.
Yeah, he has Mike sign it every time they go to events, whether it's at sneak outs in Brooklyn or I got Chris Cam card tattooed on my head. Oh, really? Oh,
do you really? Yo. I love this.
I believe it. But the craziest thing is his job though. That's the most fascinating thing is if you follow him on Instagram. I recommend everybody follow Wagonson on Instagram. He's the one that's he's got Adobe as his thumbnail, Doberman Pinscher. Yeah. And his job is like the sickest job ever. So he goes up the buildings and does like, I guess he changes the ads out. I'm not sure what all he really does, because all he ever does is show us hanging over a bucket about 500 feet in the air.
You
Um,
see views of New York you never realized you'd get to see.
yeah, with a pocket squonk, you know?
Everywhere.
Yeah. So it's pretty out there, man. I love it. I love it. That's the
Yeah,
best part.
I know. I love it too. It makes me excited.
Um, but I mean, like I said, you've done a lot of like, interesting things in your life. I know how old you are only because I
Yeah,
said I watched your video.
that's okay.
So,
Yeah.
so, what in every in yeah, I mean, you're not like old. Like I'm old. People don't think I am, but I'm pretty freaking old.
No,
So
I don't.
when
I always feel like we're all kind of the same age, but I don't know.
well, mentally, I'm like 15. That's hands down for sure. Probably like
Yeah.
financially and responsibly, I'm 15. But
Yeah.
age wise, I'm not. So, you know, in everything you've ever done, what was the most fun thing you've ever done on this planet?
Oh my gosh, that is a big question to ask. Um, okay,
I know
so
you've
I'm
been everywhere.
so I'm 34. I don't care if people know my age. Um, so I've done one or two things in my life. Um, I honestly, I one of the most, I think it's just because it was the craziest thing I ever did, was when I moved to Turkey and lived in Turkey for a few months. My modeling agency had contacted me. They were like, an agency wants to work with you in Istanbul. And they need to know like in the next 2 hours if you want to do it, and you would leave in 2 days. And I was like, I had a huge freak out, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And then I went, and that was my first time out of the country. Like, I did not know the language. She said Istanbul. I did not even know where that was. I was like, where is that? So off I went to Turkey, and that was in 2017. Um, and I got to walk in Fashion Week there and everything. So for me, that was just like a culmination of like so many dreams come true. So that was a wild one. And then just, if you've ever been to Turkey, if you ever have the chance to go, please go. It is a beautiful country. There's so much history there, like so many amazing things to see. Um, so that's one of them. And I also on the side used to run and have my own dog business. So while I was modeling, I was also doing dog stuff as well. And I love that part of my life too. That was so much fun. I did like 10 years working in dog daycare and then having my own dog business. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw you did talk. I saw you talk about that you're like really, really big into dogs. It's a big
Yeah.
passion for you.
Yeah.
I have a fellow friend here in where I live that's a real big dog person as well, and he has his own business and stuff. We
Yeah.
lost our dog we had a Shih Tzu that we had when we were in New York, and he lived until I think it was 18 or 19 years old, which is already
Oh,
several years
wow.
past what a Shih Tzu lives.
That's
So
so good.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had to say goodbye to him. I think it was in 2020 we said goodbye to him.
Aw.
But we have
Yeah.
like 6 cats, and
That's so fun.
I've got like chewed up hands. They're all messed up.
I know they're always walking on your desk. They were walking on your
Yes.
desk.
So they go up. I have a little thing right here, and they love to hop up there and sit and just stare off and like watch everything from up there. Cats like to be up high,
Oh yeah.
and so they just bounce up, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down. And then when I'm editing, the one likes to literally sit between my hands and the keyboard and sleep. So he'll sit there and sleep,
He's like, this is my spot.
or he licks me, and he licks me so much that my hand just turns burnt red because it's like sandpaper.
Yep.
And so my hand will just be red.
It's like raw. You're like, this is fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Don't worry
But
about
that's pretty epic though. But the living in Turkey
Yeah.
thing is freaking awesome.
it. Yeah, that
Um,
was really wild. It was humbling. It was just like, yeah, I find that an experience that's really hard to
Were you
top,
like in
to be
Istanbul?
honest.
Were you in Istanbul, or were you like Eastern or Western Turkey?
Yeah, I was in Istanbul. I was living in Istanbul and Taksim. And then I took a couple flights. I went to a couple of the other cities, depending on, I got to do a photo shoot for Marie Claire magazine out there, which was like amazing. I got to go in the Black Sea, and swim in the water. I just like, seriously, like so cool. Um, And I've been like so Ankara and Izmir are the two other cities in Istanbul that I've been to. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Istanbul here. In fact, speaking of, I got to move the keyboard. He's making his way. See, there's the tail. I've been everywhere myself, but we never ended up going to Istanbul, and I was really upset because I really wanted to go to Istanbul. Obviously, you know, the main attraction is the old mosque with the 4 pillars and all that.
The Hagia Sophia, yeah, and like the Blue Mosque. Those are like the main ones. Yeah,
those were I did not get a chance to go. I was so upset, but I'd mentioned this in the live stream last week, and I'm really big into like seismology and stuff, and I'm just blowing a. Oh, we lost you. Did her maybe? We'll lost her camera. Hold on, coming back. Go on stream.
We're coming back.
There we go.
We're here.
We're back.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we're back.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens sometimes. It happens.
All right.
Hey, that was a good one though. I mean, we recovered quick.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about
in Istanbul? You were saying, and you were saying seismology right before.
How do you feel about what just happened to it over there?
I'm sad. Like it's like once you kind of live somewhere and you connect with the people and the culture. As I was there for about 3 months, and like it kind you feel like an emotional connection to the place. So I was actually very like upset when the news like all first came out about it. And I'm still sad, you know, like, but it's weird how like once you visit a place, some certain places you just kind of connect with and you feel a little bit like, yeah, it has a piece of your heart there. So I hope that I know that a lot of people are not okay over there, but it's
pretty crazy because, you know, that area has been known for centuries for earthquake movement, and you would really hope that you know, they could have done a little bit better in terms of the, you know, building codes and helping those people like realize the safety that would be kind of needed, because unfortunately those aren't the first ones, but they are the biggest ones that they've seen in a couple centuries. So it's pretty. In fact, where it happened, there's actually no fault line there that that none of the agencies are aware of, but they believe now that it actually split right there, because there's 2 fault lines. There's a fault line like this and a fault line like this, and it literally cracked completely in a line. They've had nothing but earthquakes on that whole line from fault line to fault line. So they believe that the continental plate actually like snapped right there. And I've seen aerial video of the ground literally is split open for 200 plus miles. So
oh my God,
that's
crazy.
It's pretty crazy. And you know, the reason I bring it up is because, like I said, you live there, you know, you spent some time there, and I'm sure that had to have some type of emotional thing to, you know.
Yeah, it did. And just like I was the only American when I was there. Like my model room, like I had to do the whole living in a model apartment, you know, so I lived with at least like 9 other girls, sometimes 13 other girls, all in like one apartment with 1 bathroom. It was a lot of fun, but I was
surprised.
like the only
I'm very
American.
aware of that situation.
Yeah, you're right. You know exactly what it's like. You know what that stuff is.
I lived in a
like.
flight attendant crash pad with 22 flight attendants, so believe me, I'm.
Yes, see, you know exactly. But yeah, you just sort of traveling there, and that's the only. I haven't been to any other country, like, so I haven't been to anywhere else in like Europe or Asia, like I would like to. But I really feel like experiencing that culture and lifestyle there, for me, it just makes me feel like we're all just humans trying to live on this planet that's like floating in the middle of wherever we are. And so yeah, we're all just people. We just all are a little bit different, but like I just want everybody to be okay, you know. It sounds so silly,
completely.
But yeah.
Brandon Pelletier is asking, what secret can you tell us about how models are? I'm
I would say that models for the most part have some, okay, this is sort of like not a fun thing to like, fun fact. We have some of models have some of like the worst self-esteem and body image issues that you would ever like believe. Most of them are very insecure and very like self-conscious about a lot of different things. Um
you're
but
made to
like
because you're kind of made to be that way. They put you through that.
mhm.
Um, I-
Yeah. I mean, like the first, so I was first signed with an agency when I was a teenager. And so as soon as you sign up, it's in acting, I feel is very similarly. It's like they decide what you look like, what you can do with your hair, what you can do with your body, what your weight should be. And you kind of lose any sense of who you are and bodily autonomy as far as that goes. And one of the, like, I've had every single thing on me critiqued in every single way. You would not even believe. Um, so yeah, you just sort of get, what's the word? They teach you to just, you're a living mannequin, and you just, is the faster that you can accept that, the easier it is to do the job.
Now I
But
remember my very first job wasn't even acting. It was actually modeling. And we went to Chicago.
okay.
I was living in Indiana at the time. I was playing for the Indianapolis Junior Ice at the time. And my then girlfriend, who wanted to get into that stuff, dragged me along with her to these
Yeah.
classes, acting and modeling classes. And
Hmm.
they signed me, and my first thing was doing like a male runway thing at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then we went to Chicago to do something there. Can't remember which store it was for, but I was like, I was not having fun with it. And I mean, I was an athlete type. I wasn't a
Yeah.
skinny, like a super skinny person. So it was strange. Like, they're like, telling you got to lose weight, you got to do stuff. And I was like, well, I'd rather do like the acting stuff more. So then we kind of
Hmm.
transitioned to doing more like photo shoots and acting. But I kind of have a little idea of what you're talking about. I never had to do it on a professional level like that. But I was never
Yeah.
worried at being 5'10". But that brings up, how tall are you? I know how
I'm
tall you
six
are, but
feet. Yeah.
but
I'm
yeah,
6 feet. Yeah. I'm a very tall human. Um, so yeah, no, I'm 6 feet. I'm very much the runway, like a high fashion runway
yeah,
model build. And so I will say this, like, that's why I never really broke into a lot of the commercial work, especially being in the Midwest. Like where I live, like the Kohl's headquarters is like right over here. I've never modeled for Kohl's because my body just doesn't fit that type and that look. So it's been a really finicky career, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's so many different little facets to modeling that people don't realize either, because there's all different types of models and
mm-hmm.
it's changed so much. But no, we don't get free outfits. It's the biggest lie in the whole industry. Like, um, I have gotten one free pair of shoes in all of my 15 years. Okay. Um, but
What?
no, yeah, that's it. I have never otherwise gotten any stuff. No,
Wow,
it's a
that
big old
sucks.
lie. I know, yo. So unless you are a big name that I don't even have to say the name, where you know who the model is, those are the people getting free stuff, not us, not the regular
Dang,
old models.
man. Yeah, you think
I'm
they'd throw you
lucky
a
if
little
I get like
something.
a sequin that falls off the outfit that I was wearing, now put in my pocket. So
Man. Well, some of the outfits, like, I went down. I remember when I had to go to house casting, which is real close to where the fashion district is in Manhattan. And I
yeah.
just remember walking I got off the subway and I was walking over to their casting office, and literally a whole bunch came out. And as a 5'10" guy, it's definitely strange to be around and just like these women that are all like 6 foot plus, and
Yeah, we got the heels on.
then
At
yes,
the
add the
same
heels
time.
and you're looking at 6'4" or something,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
holy crap. So
Yeah.
it is pretty, I'm sure Wagenson's seen a few in his day, being in Manhattan a lot.
Oh, for sure. Probably this past week, especially with New York Fashion Week that just happened.
Are you still doing
It's
it?
like, oh yeah, like I was making plans for this past week, and we're gonna be going full forward, full speed ahead come September. We'll see. But I really want to walk on a runway again. The last runway I walked on was end of 2019. I was living in LA, got to walk for Armani. It was amazing. And
But no free clothes.
but no free clothes. Listen, I'm telling you, Louis Vuitton, Oscar de la Renta, Michael Kors, all those big names that you probably don't know because we like trading cards here. No free clothes. No free clothes.
Nah. You know what's the one thing that's funny about right now being in this trading card world, and it's something I kind of mentioned to you before we went live. And that is, it's no longer like this niche little nerd type thing. Like the people that are all into this now are people with tattoos and, you know, like sketchy background. Like it's just weird. Like the kind of people are not the nerdy type people that people would maybe think are in this now. It's people like you and I and a lot of these people in this chat right now. People that it's so different nowadays. The people that are involved in the TCG world, it's just not like it used to be, you know. The sports people are in this world.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon Pelletier coming through with the $12. Thanks for showing up for an interview, Russ.
I do want
thanks
this
you guys
because I want to make bank, bro.
Yo, I appreciate that, Brandon. Look, all my stuff's finally working. I love it.
Yay! See, look at it. You're getting everything. Yeah, I see it popping up.
It took the whole time to happen, but it's working now. See, I didn't do nothing. It just starts working on its own. Like, what do I do with that? What do I do? Nerds with tattoos. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I was telling Claire, I grew up in a Harley Davidson biker family. I mean, I've been to Sturgis, I've been to Milwaukee, I've been to all the biker rallies, I've been to like the low key, like hardcore ones. And you know, I grew up seeing, I don't want to say real people because you can get a tattoo now and you're, you know, that's fine. But people who got tattoos the way I grew up, you didn't with, okay? You don't mess with those people. They, you know, and so it's so weird today. Like I said, everyone's got the tattoos and you go to Collecticon and you almost don't find a person that doesn't have a tattoo. It's like they all got tattoos and they got like the coolest tattoos ever. I know yours are more like tribal tattoos. And
yeah.
But these people they're literally having Squonks and Mothmans and Pikachus, you know, Gengars. They're all having them tattooed on their bodies, and it's so freaking epic. There's this she's not a content creator. She's just a collector. But
the new with the Piazza bird and the tattoo that she just got, or
well, the one I'm thinking of is I think she goes by Tyrannotarded or something like that.
Yeah.
I videoed her when I went to Cali to Long Beach, and I did an epic B-roll, 120 frames per second of her sleeve, which was a Pokemon sleeve, and
that's cool.
It's so freaking out of this world how well it was done. The colors pop on it, but that's like one of the coolest things out there. Is for sure it's a lot of these tattoos though. Tyrannotessa. That's another one. Tyrannotessa's another one from Smoke Squad. She was all tatted up too. I met her at Comic-Con. I think was she in Salem? I think it was just Comic-Con I met her.
Oh, but yeah, you went to so many cool events.
Yeah, like I tell everybody, you know, I did on my own dime just as well. You know, I've never asked them. I just ask, hey, can I come and be a part and film it? And they were like, yeah, definitely do it. So I've always done everything on my own. I paid for myself to go. Might be a little harder this year. I really went out last year. I spent way over what we were really probably supposed to be doing, but had fun. Oh,
I was say, at least we have fun, right?
Yeah, but I did just get some bad news though.
Oh no.
My very expensive camera that I have, it broke. I don't know if you heard the story last week, but I was telling everybody the story. Sent it off to get fixed. They sent it back saying they wouldn't do it. So we had to file with Walmart because we bought it through Walmart for some reason. I think it was just to save an extra $100. $100 is $100,
sometimes
you know.
gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But we did luckily buy the extended warranty. They're covering it, but I just got told today that they can't get it fixed. The repair place they sent it to. Now they got to send it to Panasonic, and it's going to take a month to get done. So I'm not going to have my camera. I'm not going to have my camera for towers, which really sucks. So I'll be a phone user, I guess. The couple days
join
I'm
the
there.
club. It'll be fine. Just like walking around. Like, hey, you, me, and Termentic, and whoever else.
Yeah.
Whoever else are the
There'll be
people.
there's going to be more. You're going to start seeing more and more people at these events filming now. It's not just going to be me there. There'll be more and more people now realizing it's take advantage of filming and making content. And that's what Metazoo wants. They ultimately want more people to do that, which is, again, it's great for them. But I definitely want to get my filming in because everybody has an aspect of this that they really like. I do love collecting Metazoo. I actually like the cards. I like the art. I like the game itself and everything. I don't play the game, but I like all that stuff about it. But for me, my number one thing, and I've always been upfront about this, is I'm a content creator, number one. I want to film and make the content. That's what it's all about for me. So when people are like, don't stress, don't do this. No, you see, don't understand. This is what I do. This is what my number one thing is. For you, where are you at right now? Are you trying to learn the game? Are you just collecting? Are you calling yourself a content creator first? Where do you feel like you're at right now as a person in this hobby?
I am just kind of all over the place. I did play the Pokemon trading card game. Like when I was a kid, I went to a couple of different little competitions. So it's just one of the reasons why I've been like trying to teach myself some of how to actually play the game. I'm going to try to start learning more about how to play. And then as far as more like long-term goals for product and collecting, man, I'm here for the long run, honestly. Like this is, like I said, I am so into this type of, like, this subject to begin with. Just between my interests with like cryptids and weird stuff and UFOs and I went to school. I have a degree in writing, and so my minor in film. My whole thing was I wanted to write stories and movies and everything. So for me, I'm just sort of like, you guys are kind of talking about it earlier this week with Termentic and Ian with Cardboard and Coffee. Like, it's a good time to just sort of be in it. I think that Metazoo, Metazoo to the moon, literally and figuratively. I really think that like I just wanted to, like, if Metazoo wants me to be like someone who's like, hey, like, we want you to do this or be the face of this or that, like, hit me up, let me know. Like, I'm open for anything. I live my life doing only what I love, and learning how to just, so for me, I'm just sort of like, I don't have a specific set goal, I should say. I try not to limit myself that way, but I'm always very open to anything that might come along the way as I'm enjoying myself while I do it. So
yeah, no, I think that's perfectly said. That kind of goes with, I think, what Brandon was asking too, like your long-term goals for Metazoo and product collecting, kind of hits on all those.
I mean, I can see Metazoo being, like, I've said this in my videos, I can see Metazoo, I think it's going to be very, if not bigger than Pokemon at some point. I know that's like really some people, look out, the salt channels. But like, I just really believe in the product, and I'm just excited. Like, and I'm excited about the story and the lore. I really am thrilled about how far they've mapped everything out. I'm excited for the book to drop.
Do you know much about it? Do you know much about the story and the lore? I know you've probably been listening to Termentic lately, right?
Yeah, that is my current project right now, is catching up on all of that. When he re-released the remastered one, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna watch all that, or listen and watch. because I really want to get more into the lore. Just like even just from Metazoo Hour yesterday with some of the things that like Mike was saying, I was like, oh, this sounds so cool. Like he mentioned like, what did he say? Did he say was talking about Hollow Earth and stuff as part of
he was
later
getting
on?
into,
I was like, yeah,
he
I'm
was
like here
he
for
was
it.
starting to delve in. If you go into Discord, and if you go into the lore channel, they had a huge conversation yesterday. This is for anybody who wants to go check it out. But Mike really got into a really good conversation with Happy Kitty, Fermentic, Metazoo, and I mean it really deep dived far below, honestly, my comprehension of a lot of things. I'm not here to try and be like I want to know just everything. I got to be the person that knows it all at the top. No, I'm just more of like your jack of all trades kind of person. So I don't mind, and I kind of want to know a little bit about everything. But the conversation they had yesterday was an extreme deep dive into one aspect of the whole storyline where you really don't even know most of that storyline because a lot of it hasn't even come out yet.
Right.
If you've read the 6 chapters, like I tell everybody, if you're just listening to this, you can go onto the Metazoo marketplace, and they literally have the 6 chapters, the first 6 chapters of the storyline up there for free. You can read it, cost you nothing. You can always do that if you want to know, or you can, there's people like Tormentic and the Demon Fergus, and a few, maybe one or two other people, but Tormentic's definitely the one who's delved into it the deepest, and basically, if you don't want to read, you want to hear more like an audio book of it, that's where you would find that.
Yeah.
But of the storyline, how, like, even if you've only gotten into just one chapter, what do you think so far? Do you think it's a storyline that could really be taken off? Do you think it's, they're turning it into a short, to an anime? How do you feel about the storyline going in that route, that direction?
I mean, I think that there's so much there that they can work with and do. I really think that people are gonna see. This is the thing. This is what I think is so cool about Metazoo is it combines the whole cryptid. Like usually, if you like the cards, you really like stuff like stuff about. Why can't I talk? Just about different cryptids and mythology and folklore, and even the way that they're expanding into native, or the SCP set is going to be definitely touching a whole other audience. And so I think when you take all that and that content is going to be used in the story, and if you're like me who like spends most of my time like on Reddit reading like weird UFO theories and everything else, I just feel like a lot of different people are going to be interested in it for many different reasons. And so, and then for like, I don't like, yeah, just, and there's characters that some people do recognize, like Indrid Cold, you got Mothman in there. I feel like this is something that a lot of people already really enjoy. And this is the first time that, like, I am a Lord of the Rings, Star Wars person. I am into all that kind of stuff. So like, I feel like there's a big potential for there to be a really big universe here, in the whole cryptid nation and cryptid world, like Mike said yesterday. So I think the potential is really there, and it'll just, the execution, we'll see how it all goes. But I feel like it's going to be pretty good.
and I think you tapped into something that I think a lot of people really have never probably thought of before. And that is probably where Mike sees this ultimately going. And that is probably something big like a Star Wars, like a Lord of the Rings. I really think you could, honestly, the storyline is so big and can delve so deep, and you could get you can go so many different places with it. I could definitely see it happening. I think Mike's vision, a lot of people, I don't think realize Mike is an extremely intelligent person. May not be, I know some people have said he's not the most socially adaptable person. I mean, I've never had really any issues with him. I mean, I've met him a bunch of times, right? but he's extremely smart
Yeah.
guy, and he really does have, I think, a lot of it planned out. I really do think he sees it going in that direction, like
Yeah.
a Star Wars. How would you feel if you got an audition for Rose or something?
Let's do it. I'm totally down. Like I said, I am open to anything and everything. I would love that. Honestly, that would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah, because you know, I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, especially I think when I had Mike on the show last summer, we had talked about, you know, the animation, the short and stuff, and he had said that he wanted to try and give people within the community roles. Now, when you go to Hollywood, I know how Hollywood works. You obviously probably know too. It's not
Yeah.
always the way you want things. They kind of will make things happen the way they want. I'm hoping we still are going to get an opportunity to audition for the show, but I think it'd be pretty cool, if we all had an option and we got to do it. You know, again, some great people got picked for it. But let's see. Brandon has another question.
That would be really cool. I think I agree. I think that would be neat.
Yeah, it definitely would. You never know what could take you.
No, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one second you're setting up your modeling stuff, next thing you know, you're doing voiceover acting. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, you know,
you're gonna have to
I'll
get a
take
better
it.
mic.
Yeah, I know, right? No more hitting the mic. on
Stop!
accident,
You gotta
sorry.
stop buying some Metazoo for a second. You have to go get a mic.
Exactly. Upgrade my equipment.
But Brandon's asking, as a professional in image, what would Rusty Ranger say that Metazoo is doing well in for design? Is doing well in for design, and what do they need improvement in? I guess, like,
Ooh,
how do you see their design image as someone who's, you know, in a very image,
base
you know,
world.
yeah.
I like it. It's like, I mean, I think what they've been doing with it, I like kind of like quirky stuff a little bit. Like, I know some people, I know there were like some people who make fun of some of the artwork on some of the cards or things like that, but I really like all that stuff. So in terms of like design, like I said, I really enjoy it. I think it's super fun, and it's different. In terms of, like, I never got into magic cards, but like, yeah, so I am enjoying as much as, like, I'm enjoying that part of it. I think I notice with every product that they come out, and I rip a lot of stuff, you see the quality improving, and I feel like they learn from each release and each product, and really improve upon it the next go around, which I think is good for a company that's so young. Hello,
What do you
little
think, buddy?
kitty.
What do you think? You want to say something? Look over here. Look here.
Which one is that?
This is Rainbow. This is our
Rainbow.
my daughter. He's a boy, but my daughter refuses to see him because he really looks like a girl cat. He's very feminine. He's not like our other male cats that are all beefy. He's like super
We love him.
skinny. He's very like, he totally acts different than the other ones. So she named him. All of our pets have been named after weather themes. Our very first cats, when we lived in New York, they were Sunny and Snow, because the one was orange and bright, and the other one was all white. All white.
Okay.
So that was Sunny and Snow. Thunder, because as a puppy, he would just rumble through the hallway of the apartment. They were like, we called him Thunder. And then we ended up adopting from a friend of ours, Rain, which is our other female cat. Our only, well, no, now we have two female cats, which is our first female cat. And then we have Lightning, because he was really quick. He was like super fast. We named him Lightning. So we had Rain and Lightning.
Cute.
And then we got these three from the same person, which is Storm, and he's very beefy, but he's super chill. And then we have Storm. Then we have Rainbow. Oh, and Tsunami. And
oh my God, Tsunami.
yeah, he's a bobcat. So he was born with a
Ooh.
bobtail.
Cute.
And he's like the tough guy that walks around the house. But he's like a midget. It's weird the way his body's shaped. That's I guess why they call him a bobcat.
Yeah.
And then we got our latest one, which is Luna for the moon.
Oh my gosh.
She's our other girl now. Now she's the one that's fucking my hands up because she just wants to bite and she doesn't want you to play.
Yeah.
You try to pet her. You have to catch her in the right mood before she lets you play, but she just wants to she's a kitten still. So all she's got on her brain is the play. But none of the other cats want to mess with her. Like she goes and tries to get them going. Yeah. So Rainbow is the only one that will play with her. All the other cats just try to smack and beat the crap out of her. But she actually takes, and she's like Matrix, jumps in the air. Ever see those cat videos where the cats are doing like jump off the walls and do like Matrix stuff? Yeah. And that's her. That's her, like to a T.
That's amazing. Oh,
she's actually she's the most fluffiest cat. She's the kind of cat we always wanted but never got. She's really fluffy.
Really I love big fluffy cats.
Yeah, she's a gorgeous little kitty cat. Hopefully she'll calm down. So
yeah,
she did
probably,
just get fixed.
Did she? She's still kind of a baby, so.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully she'll chill out a little bit.
She's maybe 6 months.
Oh
I think.
Wow! Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, she's really just a baby. So
yeah,
but Rainbow's the one that comes up here 90% of the time. Lightning, the big fat boy, we call him Fatty, 'cause he's just big ball of fat. All he does is graze all day long. And then we have and then Storm. And it's funny because all of our cats have different mentalities.
Yeah.
Storm definitely has some issues going on. He doesn't like to leave our bedroom. He's just so different from everybody else. Yeah. And he all he wants to do all day is get high off catnip. Doesn't want to do nothing else. He's just such a weird cat. Won't go downstairs to eat. We got to bring the food up to him. Oh yeah, this cat, and he's
got like a whole lot. He's like a Jabba the Hutt of cats that you have. He's got all set up.
Storm
and you are just serving him on a silver platter.
You gotta see. Let me see if I got it. He was right here. Let me see.
That's amazing. Oh, look at it in the background now. You have Nintendo 64.
Here he is. I mean, I'm short, but I'm a big guy. Look how big this cat is. He's big.
Look at him. He's a chonker.
Hey, look up here. Wow. You want to talk?
He's so cute.
You want to talk? He's like, no, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
he's like, why did you disturb me?
Don't worry, guys. I have plenty of air cans, and I have to come over here and take the air cans to blow all the damn cat hair off my desk all the time. He's like, I'm out.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's the only way to get the hair out of here.
It is. Yep. There's dog hair everywhere. I do the same thing.
Lots
on my desk.
Cat world over here, though.
Yeah.
But does anybody else have any questions for Claire? Again, anybody that maybe wants to know, again, you can either know about her collecting background. What else does she like to collect? What were you collecting before Pokemon and Metazoo, maybe? I mean, were you doing anything before that?
I'm a goblin. I am a collector of many things.
Same here.
My dad got me into collecting stuff when I was a kid. So like one time this is why I'm going to go to Ohio for Loveland, but like my dad, when I was a kid, one day he was like, hey, do you and your brother want to come with me to Ohio for a marble convention? And I was like, okay. And so like literally I've collected marbles, coins, trading cards, stamps, crystals. I'm a collector. I just like stickers, erasers, like the little erasers. Yeah. I mean, I still have all of these collections. So yeah, I'm a bit of a goblin hoarder.
You got to hook her. Joker, send her some stickers, Joker.
Oh, yes.
These were all handmade from Joker's favor.
Ooh,
I have so many more.
dope.
I got stickers plastered everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stickers, I love.
love custom stickers. Like I told you, it's the littlest things sometimes that can make people happy.
It really is.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I've
right.
been a huge collector.
I completely
What?
forgot. Someone he had asked earlier. So everybody wants to know about your ink, about your tattoo
Oh,
ink, the ink thing going on, the contest and stuff like
yeah.
that. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, okay. I am so Inked Magazine is having a cover girl contest. It goes on through like April and there's like a bunch of voting rounds and I am running to try to be their cover girl and I need your guys' help. I need you can vote for me daily for free. And if you go to like my Instagram is usually where I have like links just in my profile. But if you can spare like 5 minutes of your day just to vote for me, that would be dope because I have to make it through a bunch of elimination rounds. But if I do, then there's like there's prize money I can win that would really, really change my life. And it would also, I get to do some cool stuff, achieve a few modeling dreams, which would be really dope. So please and thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get in doing that, I'm sure that would be freaking pretty epic.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize exactly how inked you are. So I'm trying to.
That's a secret. Yeah.
I'm trying to get your stuff here to pull it up, so they can see exactly. Again, if you guys want to check more of Claire out, all her socials are in the description of this video. If you guys want to see that, but we're gonna see if I can get them pulled up here, and we can take a quick look here. Let's see if I can get this.
I can tell you the brief history of my ink as well. So
And is
while you're
that
trying to get
are
that.
they all tribal? Is that all tribal ink
It
that you had
is.
done?
So for the most part, yes. I have, so my first two tattoos, I'm standing up. My first two tattoos were just my dog's paw prints. So those are literally my dog's paw prints. And that was what I had while I was just modeling, which caused enough issue as is. And then I decided I'm doing my own thing. And the majority of the rest of my tattoos are all neo-traditional black work and geometric type stuff. So, I mean, I can turn around and show you guys my back if you want, but
So
I have
this
a big,
is
yeah, I got a chest piece, my arms done,
Oop.
my head and my face.
Let me see if I
Side
can
of
move
my
that over a
face.
little bit more.
I shaved my hair. I had my whole head tattooed on this side. I just kind of turned into a little bit of a cyborg.
How did you? Yeah, I mean, like, how did you get the guts to do that? When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I was like, I mean, that takes some real guts.
Sometimes when you go through trauma, you decide to do things. I was literally just at a really crazy transition point in my life. I have always wanted to shave my head. I also was like obsessed with all of the like, like Miami ink and stuff. When it was out, I was like so into just people who were fully tattooed. I thought it was so cool. And so I always said to myself, I'm like, maybe someday in the future I will, like, if
Wait,
in
what's
another
going on
life
here?
I'll be heavily tattooed. Oh, those are just like AI images. It's not.
Oh, okay.
I know. I don't have very many. That's probably the one. Yeah, that one that you're clicking on is the biggest one. But yeah, I just kind of went and jumped right into it. I really fell in love with black work and like so first I did my chest piece was my first like big thing, which I knew was gonna like really change everything because you can't hide that at all. Then I did my arm, and then I had another appointment with my tattoo. All these tattoos are done by the same artist, Sarah, who's in that video. And I just wanted to do a full back piece. We're kind of working on a bodysuit, to be honest with you, but it's a long process. The back piece was not done in one session. I think I had 5 sessions for the back piece. And yeah, my head. So one night I messaged my tattoo artist. I was like, I really want to shave my head. And she was like, because my hair is curly, modeling fried it. And so I had messaged her one night. She's like, dude, if you let me shave your head, like if you come over tomorrow and you let me shave your head, I'll tattoo it for free. And I was like, okay. And so that's literally how that happened. So I like went to her apartment, shaved my head, then we went to her studio, and then she tattooed it. And to be honest with you, everyone always asks if that was how painful that one was, and I would say that was the least painful out of all the tattoos. It's really like, and there's a lot more behind my ear too. Like you can't really see it as and my hair's grown in now, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard
that was
most people say it's your Adam's apple. Like I've heard that's like the worst place. Like the front of your
yeah,
neck is
yeah,
to
like
to get
for me, it's the back piece was a killer, like my ribs and my sides and stuff. That was, ooh. But see that right there, that's my last runway show that I did.
oh
See, and
whoops.
I am with OnlyFans. There you go.
Oh
See,
yeah.
I'm not
OnlyFans.
kidding.
Well,
Yeah, that's OnlyFans.
You'll see that they liked when I posted, I tagged them and they liked all my stuff too.
Did you? Oh, good. Yay. Yeah,
I
no,
was
I'm not
like,
kidding. Like they are, like I know everybody knows, what it's mostly known for, but they really are trying to expand into other content creation categories. So yeah, I do have connections with them. So I definitely want to push the Metazoo
trying to
stuff over there as
find.
well.
I'm trying to see what other ones that show the
There's
chest a
not a
bit.
ton. Yeah, I don't
Again,
have.
the back really is the best one that gives you shows your
Yeah,
tat off the best.
yeah,
Is that, and it shows the head as well.
yeah, that's the most that I haven't really done that many photo shoots. I actually kind of had to take a little break from modeling. That was one of the reasons I focused more on Metazoo, is I just sort of I needed a break. I needed to figure out who I was a little bit. And so, and this
Oh, I
is the
guess right
profile
here.
picture you guys all see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was clicking on that one because that's the profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make it a little hard to, I guess, model certain clothes because it's front and center. I'm sure,
It
but
does,
you know what?
but
The makeup
the
world
industry
can
is,
take care of that.
yeah, like for me, the industry has changed so much. And I feel like as far as fashion and runway goes, I still really want to be part of the industry, especially as I know this is as a woman in your mid 30s. It's an interesting time in your life when you're in the entertainment world. And so I think it's important to still try to represent as you're getting past what's considered to be like the prime of a woman's life. So that's a big thing for me too. And just the whole message of keep going and, keep going for your dreams. And so, yeah.
I was gonna say because yeah, a lot of that is usually like late teens, early 20s, and like you said,
Yeah.
you're now 34 now, so yeah,
34,
it's definitely
yeah.
getting. But I mean,
when I was in Turkey, I was 27 and I had to tell everyone that I was like 21 or 22. Like I had to lie about my age and stuff. They get you in there when you're 13, 14. But literally the world has changed so much since I first started modeling. I'm like, there is room for me with my tattoos on the
I'm
runway
laughing to
somewhere.
myself right now because I'm reading Moth Hawk saying the ribs are rough.
They
So
are.
my wife and I went and got pedicures done for Valentine's Day, and I was almost kicking the lady in her face because I'm super ticklish,
I can't do it either. I do the same.
and I just kept kicking my feet and was just trying so hard, and she was like trying to like get me to. She was grabbing it and trying to hold it like she was
Yeah.
wrestling, and that was just yeah. I was like, that is crazy. I can't getting a. I said I don't have any tattoos. I've grown up around them my entire life, but I've said I've always kind of wanted to get one, but I've just never been willing to. To be honest with you, I just don't want to spend the money. I have a hard time spending money on like. There's so many things I want to do. I'd rather spend the money on it, and it's always been in my head that way. So, not that I wouldn't get one. You never know. Maybe one day.
I feel like maybe we're gonna have to do like a Metazoo tattoo at one of these conventions that we all go to. Everybody has to get an honorary little.
So I made friends with some Pokemon guys, out in Long Beach, and they actually got Collecticon approved them to do live tattoos at the Denver Collecticon.
That's
and I
dope.
think they're going to try and do it again. They're going to try and do it again at Collecticons this year as well. So it was Pokemon Juju. They have a podcast. It's called the Unweighed Podcast, and you can check him out. But he did a live tattoo. Did several live tattoos during Collecticon at Denver. I believe it was Denver.
Fun.
So that might be happening. But no, I'll never commit to a brand. I'm just not going to do that. I watched.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I watched Bailey. In fact, if you guys haven't seen my latest short that I put up last night, I was filming Jet Yates, who's one of the Metazoo artists, before Bailey of LPA, Live Poke Auctions, now Steve Aoki. Before he could go onto the eBay show, I guess he had to cover up the giant Whatnot logo he had.
He did.
Yeah, so she covered it with makeup, and then she drew a Mothman on it, and then she drew her iconic character, which is Cumberland Dragon, on it, on the other hand.
Yeah.
But they had to do that because he couldn't go on I guess he couldn't go on Whatnot with that or something. So, but
that makes sense.
I filmed it and I put it up last night as a short. So there's a short on YouTube that I did, and it shows her doing that to his hand.
Oh, I'm gonna go check that out later.
But yeah, you can't, I would never do it just for those purposes. But again, as an actor, there have been a lot of friends of mine lost roles because they were tatted up and they couldn't be tatted up, and they don't want to. They can easily cover that stuff, but it just costs money, and they don't want to do nothing that costs money unless it's what they want.
I worked for Cirque du Soleil I had a gig with them for a little while, and it was just when I had my paw prints, and I had to have like those covered up, and that was a pain to have to cover those up for every single job. But I was like, you could give me like gloves. So I was playing like I was working a VIP tent, and I played like this raven character. I had these big like feathers that I wore and stuff, and walked around like all cool. I felt cool, but and yeah, I was like, what does this even matter? How are you going to see that? But yeah, they're very strict about tattoos in any of that type of setting.
Phantasma says he'll get if he gets the influencer, he's gonna do a tattoo.
Do it.
I haven't got tattooed in years. My money goes to booster boxes now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
I know.
It's like it's like if you end up having a family, it's like a lot of your stuff goes out the door. Those are the sacrifices you tend to make unless you have like a really well-paying job. I mean,
Absolutely.
I did really well for many years, and then I just had an accident that basically screwed me, and so we haven't been able to live like we probably should have been living. But yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, where does my money go? Do I go get a tattoo?
I feel you. Yeah.
Or 20 boxes? I want those 20 booster boxes.
Exactly. It's like, that's very tempting. So yeah, like I feel you. Actually, I once I started buying Metazoo, I haven't gotten a tattoo since. So if that says anything,
Brandon says KS booster box or a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going with the KS booster box for sure.
I know. I need one for my sealed collection.
Oh man, I've been begging Mike for forever. I was begging Mike not even for a KS box. I was just begging him for a first edition box. I was like, hey man,
I haven't been begging him, but
well, I did the interviews with him, and then I did the Roswell, and I was like, hey man, you got a first edition back there? I mean, he sent me 5 booster boxes or 6 booster boxes back in the very beginning to do reviews on. But we gave away, that was when I was on a podcast that I'm no longer affiliated with. Well, we gave everybody a booster box, and we gave a lot of that stuff away. Some did sell stuff as well, but a lot of it we gave away. So I didn't get to really keep anything. It's, so I was like, man, I need a booster box. I need one. So
I need it. I know, that's how I feel about it. Like, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to be like a Whatnot streamer, because if I pull something that's really cool or serialized, I don't want to that. I want that, like, so.
Well, no Joe took care of me with a Mothman from first edition, and that was really what I wanted the most. So now I haven't been as like pushing for one, because I already got the main card that I really wanted. So I haven't really tried to get one, but I would love to try and get like at least a Kickstarter pack, just for the collection. I wouldn't mind trying to get a few things like that, but my goal is to eventually try to get a sample. Have you tried to get any samples yet?
No, that would be so cool though. Oh my gosh.
The wheels are spinning now. No, you.
I know.
The
I'm
wheels
like,
are spinning now.
Okay, now I need to like, no, there was a sample tarot card that I was trying to get like when they first gave them out at the cons before they released the eBay stuff.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have the funds for what people were asking for it. And that's the only sample I've ever tried to get, but like an actual like OG sample, that would be so sick to have in like a collection. Look what you've done. Now I have another.
We were just talking about it earlier today, or it was yesterday. I can't even remember anymore. Days all run together. But I like my top 3 would be, I want a Wendigo sample first. Loveland would be second. Loveland Frogman. And then Hodag would be third, followed by a Mothman. But my top 3 are Wendigo 1, Loveland 2, and a Hodag 3. Those would be great samples. Hey, have a good night, Abe Zoo. Y'all appreciate it.
Hey, Abe, thanks for being here.
If you could get a sample, though, I'm not sure which ones you're aware, because not all BCs obviously they have samples of. It's mostly Cryptid Nation and a couple some Nightfall in there. What would be the one you would want the most? You can name a couple if you want.
Okay, well, like if they had is Dragon of Ocanto one of them or no? Okay, I didn't think so. I have a low battery on my phone.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up here soon.
Lose me. Yeah, okay, that's good. God.
I'll tell you right now. So right now, there's
samples are there?
There's Hopkinsville's Goblin, Chupacabra, Headless Horseman, Grim Reaper, Mothman, Dover Demon, Indrid Cole, Wendigo, Jersey Devil, Dark Crystal, or what we now know as a Bloody Crystal, Bloodlust, which is Chupacabra all bloodied up, Death Beam, Cumberland Dragon, Paul Bunyan, Hodag, Bigfoot, Forest Gods, Amber, Growth, Crawfordsville Monster, Giant Space Brains, Van Meter Visitor, which is a very popular one, Old Seabrook, Blockheads, Fresno Nightcrawlers, UFO is another very popular one, Flatwoods Monster, Men in Black, Pysaw Bird, Fire Elemental, Dragon's Breath, which is Pysaw, Single Sam, Ghost Train Collector would be another one I would love to get.
Yeah.
Walking Sam, Fountain of Youth is another big popular one. Sam Sinclair, Alabama, Quetzalcoatlus, Dingbell. Congratulations, by the way, to Haspar. He just got a Dingbell yesterday. Haspar, I don't know if you know who he is.
Congratulations. Yes, I recognize
$600 bucks.
So. Yo, that's good. Nice.
For a sample? $600? That is like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
They got Blue Ox. I mean, of course, they got Loveland, and then there's the egg.
I think
the crystal.
The egg. I think so. I have a Chaos Crystal collection going on, so I would love a Chaos Crystal.
Squonk.
Squonk. We gotta say Squonk, man. I'm here for the pocket.
I can't believe I forgot about Squonk.
Okay? We gotta say Squonk. We can't leave our little guy out.
Totally forgot about the Squonk.
And Grim would be dope. I really like the Grim and Grim Reaper cards. I like the artwork. It's cool.
Yeah, super
so I
simple.
Those are my top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 3 would be those.
I keep forgetting that Squonk. There's a guy named Slippy Napkins. I believe on Discord he goes by, starts with an L. I forget what his name is at Discord, I think. But we know him as Slippy Napkins, and he's a pizza guy from Maine.
Yeah.
And he actually has a sample Squonk that sits up by the oven of the pizza. I mean, it is beat to hell. I mean, it is.
I love it.
It's barely alive. But
how I have
that's here. A true pocket Squonk holder.
Let's see. This was my temporary pocket squonk until I pulled my first pocket squonk the other day. So I had the 12 of them in my pocket, but we're gonna go back to the other one.
Yeah,
the original.
You can keep your pocket squonk in a penny sleeve too. You don't have to keep it because they die.
It didn't fit very good.
Yeah, but they die so much faster, and I want mine to live. So I do
true.
I put mine in a sleeve so it'll at least live. I know Wagonson doesn't. He's all about killing them. But he's also got like 500 pocket squonks.
For real. Like, Wigginson, do you have, like, how many are there? How many are in existence? We need to make the lore of the pocket squonk.
I know, right? The Mothhawk said he just saw Dragon's Breath go for $425. He was tempted, but got 4 C&1 boxes.
Woo.
Yeah. Mothhawk, I really want to get my hands on some. I've been contemplating skipping getting native and going after some CN1s, but again, I just want one for the collection because again, that's my personal collection of sealed. I try to keep one of everything sealed. That's my goal, to keep one of everything sealed. I do need a couple items that don't have it, but I was contemplating grabbing one. I've been trying to trade for a Kickstarter, just a pack. I mean, we're not, and
you still need a Kickstarter pack.
I need to get a Kickstarter pack. So I've been trying to trade. I have a Salem. I have one Salem full hollow and bookmark left, which they're valued around $300 to $400 in total for the two. And a Kickstarter pack is like between $275 to $375 depending on where you get it from. So I'll probably try and trade for one of those, but I try to keep again.
You need one.
I need to get a Kickstarter, yeah, for sure.
But
we'll figure it out. I got to get one.
Yeah, I know. It's just when you're a sealed collector, you want to have like one of everything. So
that's the whole
one for every day of the week.
Well, that's why a lot of people ask me like, why do I do all these giveaways? On Sunday nights is my night that I open stuff up, and I typically get a lot of, I'll get sponsors to send stuff to us, and I don't keep much of it. I really try to give most of it away. If it's something I really want, like I don't have it, I'm I might hang on to it, but I try to give away as much as I can. Full hollow Mothmans, even though they're second edition, I mean, it's still pretty cool to give away a full hollow Mothman. Wendigos, I try to give away a lot of stuff that get sent, but sometimes you just gotta make those trades if you want to get something. So I've done a few trades for a few things. I recently did what did I trade? Traded something recently. I traded a first anniversary edition card. Oh, I traded a Prism Aura for a Revive Wendigo. Got a Revive Wendigo out of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fire.
That's really cool. Yeah, that is. That's a really cool card.
Brandon says, before Rusty has to take off, I'd like to say thank you for both of you for being a part of the stream. I have to head out. Peace. Yo, Brandon, have a good night.
Thanks, Brandon.
Big shout out to Brandon, one of our definitely biggest supporters here on the channel. Brandon has been very supportive of what we've been doing here, and I gotta say a huge thank you to him. So. Yeah. But do you have anything else? Is that it, everybody? I mean, we've been streaming we've been streaming 2 hours actually.
Has it really? Oh my gosh, it's been so time just flies.
That's why I said if we're just chill
crazy.
And we just conversate, you just treat it like a normal conversation. It goes by fast,
just,
man.
Fine. I know, it really does. So see why you guys were like on 3 hours on Monday or something. I was laying there, I was like, oh my god, it's just getting late.
Oh well, I'll tell you, man. I know most people don't seem to care, but Rob and we could have probably went really a lot longer and deeper when you start talking about acting, because
Yo, I care. I was so into it. I was like, I'm here for it. Like, you have no idea. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys my biggest nerdy dream, and it is extreme. Okay, when I was a kid, I wrote a letter to George Lucas and I asked him if I could be in one of his Star Wars movies. Okay, it was after the Phantom Menace came out. But I grew up with the originals on beta tape, okay? So Return of the Jedi is the best one. Okay, I'm here. I know things, all right? Sent him a letter. They sent me a letter back and they said, sorry, we don't just like cast random people, so we can't help you. I still have the letter. I still would love to, if I can put me, my tattoos, whatever, put me in a stormtrooper outfit. If I could be in somewhere in the background in something Star Wars, and you know that there's enough of it now. Hi, please, that's me. Please, that would be like the biggest, like coolest thing in the entire world.
Absolutely.
So
I know how you
I
feel.
was so into the acting. Like when you guys were talking about that, I was like, yo, I was like, I'm here for this.
Believe me, I know exactly how you feel. When we started getting all the wagons that says, "You guys are amazing, love watching both of you all in the morning before you go to work." Oh, cool, man.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
Yeah.
Yay.
When we started getting all the Marvel stuff, I started flipping out, and I was calling my agent like, "You got to get me an audition. You got to get me," because a lot of it was filming between here, but the majority of it was filming in North Carolina because they have some studios there in North Carolina, and a lot of the Iron Man was filmed there before they moved everything they moved everything here to Georgia. And I ended up getting
so much is filmed in Atlanta.
Yeah. And I did get the Avengers were filmed here. They're filmed here. There's a whole bunch of it's filmed here now. It's almost all filmed here. But she did get me auditions for Iron Man 3. So I got to audition for a couple different things on Iron Man 3. Just getting to audition, like I tell people all the time, just getting to audition is a win. I know people don't think that, but like you just said, they don't audition just anybody.
No.
And agencies are submitting all their talent, or as many as they can. So for one role that could be literally just maybe saying 3 words, they might end up having a couple thousand people. And so they got to narrow that down to a very small amount that they actually would want to see. So whenever you get an audition for something, it's a big deal. Like I tell people like all the time, the show that shoots literally right down the street from me. The one we talked about earlier that someone said you look like. What was it?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Millie
Stranger
Bobby
Things
Brown,
shoots right down the street from me. I've gotten to audition for that show like 5 times now.
Oh my God,
and
that's so
it's
cool.
like I haven't gotten a role on it, but I'm very proud that I was picked to still get to audition because I know how many you got people from. You're fighting.
I've
against people
submitted
from
myself for that. Yeah, like I submitted myself actually for something for Stranger Things, but I didn't get any sort of like callback. So that's the thing. Like it is a very selective.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to get
it.
on, and just to get the auditions. And if you get a callback, that's even like an even bigger ordeal because now you know you're talking. You're between 3 to 6 people probably. And so it's like, it's like I'm super proud that I was able to audition for a lot of the shows that come out. Even though you don't get a role, it sucks, and it really does because it hurts. Because you know you're so close. You're just
right.
Oh, man. But it's not an easy thing to happen. So it's the funny thing is I booked more away from Atlanta than I've ever booked here. That's the funny thing.
Really?
Yeah. I booked more, like I said, the last thing I did was I booked a commercial out of South Carolina. I was literally in Dallas. This is the funny thing. So I was in Dallas at Collecticon. I was literally filming Vanilla Ice, and my phone rang while I was filming him. And I picked it up to see who it is. And it was my agent calling me saying that I just booked the commercial role in South Carolina. So I'm talking to them, and the producers are on the line, and all they can hear is Vanilla Ice in the background. I'm like, "What's up, guys? I'm at a Vanilla Ice concert right now." Okay. I mean, it was so loud. Literally, it happened right in the middle of filming him, and it was the craziest thing. So I got home. I literally got home and had to drive 4.5 hours to South Carolina, and then we filmed the commercial and came back home. But that was the last thing I've done. But
I love it though. It's fun, like just do what you love. That's my biggest takeaway from everything, And I'm totally gonna be like sending you more messages, be like, okay, tell me more about how to do acting. I don't know how.
I definitely help. I'll definitely help you out. And
perfect.
There's a site that we all use that's the main site other than casting networks that pretty much everyone uses that you can go and self-submit on. And I'll tell you that. I'll tell you later what it is. But you don't have to have an agent, but they don't put the good, like, very rare will you see the good rolls up there. But
Yeah.
Chicago is always putting up Chicago Fire.
That's true.
There's another one that they always put up that's on the Actors Access that can be self-submitted for, and because you're right there, you should be able to do a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, we'll see.
but
It's cool. I mean, that's what I love. We all do so many different things here in the little Metazoo
Oh, yeah.
community.
people don't, like I said, people don't even know that Mike's sister is real big in Hollywood. She's like a producer.
I was when he had his Instagram account, I was looking and I was like, oh, and you know, did a little bit of like detective work. I was like, oh my God, it's cool. I love it. It's like small world, you know, small world.
All right. Well, it is after midnight here. It's 11:16 Central Time. And we've been streaming for 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Yay, thank you. Like, this has been really great.
Maxwell Ward, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate that.
Heyo. Look at that frog. Look at that frog, man. It's so funny.
But
oh my gosh.
I think we're done for the night. I wanted to, again, everyone, I really wanted to tap in more to the side of Claire that, again, people don't know, which is, like I said, she has an actual life outside of making Metazoo content. And
I do other things.
does other things. So I think we got into that tonight. We got to know a little bit about where she thinks of Metazoo, where she's headed with it, and making more videos. And you're putting a lot of us to shame, man. It's crazy. It's a great thing, though. It's a great thing that you're doing it.
No, literally, like I said, I do not let myself rip anything unless I'm recording it. It's a rule.
Exactly.
So.
Hey, I got tons of stuff around me. It just never gets touched because I don't do it unless I'm filming it.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you ever need any help, don't be afraid to ever hit me up and ask me a question about whether it's editing, how to maybe help with fixing something. Even if you do it on your phone, it's fine. I'm always willing to help people. I tell all the time, anyone can always hit me up in DMs, whether it's on Discord or Instagram, which is mainly where you'll find me at. You can always do that. I'm always willing to help people out. So
thank you.
But I want to give a big thank you to all of our moderators tonight, like Brandon Pelletier and Metazoo and Pogo Dad, Joker's Favor, Phantasma Official. Thank you so much for your guys' assistance in helping monitor the stream. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. It's always hard to remember everybody that was hanging out. Captain Asia, thank you again, my guy. Big shout out to the Spams, the Walking Spams group out there. Very supportive guys.
So fun.
We appreciate it. But yeah, thank you to everybody who showed up. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Anything you want to say? Last word from Claire?
Last word from Claire. There's never a last word. You can always find me. No, just thank you. Thank you guys for being part of it. I'm really happy to be part of the community. And yeah, let's go. Like, let's do this Metazoo to the moon. Thank you for having me.
All right, Claire. Well, you have a good night. Again, I thank you so much for being our 4th guest here on the Channel Spotlight. You can find all of the Rusty Rangers information in the description below. All the links are there. Support her, subscribe if you haven't. She's only got 123 or something subscribers on YouTube, guys. We got to get it moving up there. So let's also, again, we're all here about trying to support everyone we can. And keep it up, Claire. Epic stuff.
Thank you,
Seriously.
Harley. I really appreciate it. No, thank you. Maybe I'll be seeing you guys at Loveland, That'd
be sweet. That'd be sweet for sure. Well, you have a good night, Claire.
Hey, thanks.
Right.
You guys, you as well. All right.
Definitely.
Good night,
Take
you
care.
guys.
Good night. All right, everybody. So once again, big shout out. Thank you to all of you for showing up and being very supportive tonight. I know we had a little bit of the dumpster fire issues that are way too freaking common and need to stop. I need to fix that, man. I got to get it going. But I'm glad you guys were supporting us tonight. Again, big shout out and thank you to the Rusty Ranger, Claire, for coming on. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sure she's going to be doing more of these as she keeps pumping the content out there. Thank you for supporting everybody. As always, have more epic adventures with us at EpicTube HD. Also, don't forget, tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, I still don't know if I'm going live yet, guys. I'll post it tomorrow morning if I do go live. If I'm live, make sure to show up and support if you can. I will let everybody know in the morning. Otherwise, you'll see me this Sunday night at our usual time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going live, ripping something as always here on the channel, and we'll make some fun of it. Until then, have more epic adventures with us, everyone, here at EpicTube HD. Peace out! Till the next one. Tomorrow, probably. See you guys.